In this segment here, I'm going to show you how to defend the shoot of a wrestler. What's important with the shoot of the wrestler is that we as a striker, we keep a low center of base, not a high base. If you have a high base, he's going to shoot in and get you here, get his shoulder in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my base, which is it's going to force him to shoot lower. But also, if you notice, when he shoots in, I'm not going to try to punch him necessarily. I'm going to put my hands on his head or his shoulder, and I'm going to step my foot back. Okay? So here it goes in slow motion. All right? So it's very important that you have good time and good reaction. So when he shoots again, and that's for a single leg shot. What I just showed you there was footwork. But now I'm going to show you hands, what we do with your hands. Typically you use your hands to block them out, but also you use your hands to strike. So what's going to happen? When he comes in to shoot at me, like I said before, I'm going to block him with my hand, either one hand on his head or his shoulder, or two hands if he gets in real deep. Okay? But also, if you're quick enough, you can strike him with a good jab. Careful. Go slow. Okay? You can give him a good jab. As long as your center of gravity is low. You don't want to be high up, because if you throw a jab and you miss, you're going to shoot in. So you have to make him take his target down. He's shooting for here. So you got to lower your base and you jab slowly. Okay? Here it is in full speed. Again. That's for a single leg. In this segment here, this is how we defend the double leg takedown, or the double leg shoot. Typically, you're going to be in the same situation as I said earlier with the single leg. You're going to be low, but what's going to happen is you're going to have to use both hands to stop the guy from advancing on you. So when he makes his move to shoot in, I'm going to be low, and I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to use him to help sprawl out a little bit, to keep my legs far away from him as possible. So again, in slow motion, so you cannot grab your legs, or preferably more like this. But I'm not a ground person, so I'm going to do it the way I feel best, on my feet. But the way I'm taught by Mr. Shamrock here is to sprawl out. So once again, a little faster. And see the distance that we create? He can't grab my legs. Now, that's how you're supposed to do it. This isn't how you're supposed to do it. This is what happens typically when a wrestler is going to go for a shoot. He's going to do what they call a flash or a fake jab or whatever. To get my eyes up here, and he's going to get me. That's the big thing. Again, you're going to go here, I'm going to look for it, they're going to catch me. An example of that was my fight with Mark Coleman. He threw a punch, not even really a punch, more of a wrestler's move. It's not a punch. I fell for it, and he got me.
Good Lord.
It was a little lower. His is a little steeper. But that's what happens if you don't do it right. As I mentioned earlier, how to defend this flash punch jab that the wrestlers do. This is what I should have did. Stepping back as he jabs. Keep my distance. And he probably would have shot down, and I could have reacted to get away. Remember, wrestlers aren't strikers, so maybe I got to the point where I wasn't afraid of him hitting me. Maybe I was even in shock, I don't know. But that was what I should have did. I should have moved and parried the jab. That's what you should do. Otherwise, what happened to me will happen to you. Here it is in full speed. No, full speed, Frank.
Full speed? Okay.
So if you notice, he really extends himself out. So he's not going to be able to really grab you, because by the time he extends himself, both his hands are on the ground as well. So you're not in any real danger. In this segment here, this is how to defend a grappler's takedown. When they shoot in on you to grab you, the grapplers, okay? If you see, here I'm in a very bad position. But what I want to do is just get my hands in between his arms and stick my butt out. Now we're even. We're even in the sense that I'm at his level, he's at my level. Okay? So it's very important. If you get caught here, they come in, the grapplers, you get either got one arm or two arms, you stick your butt out. Okay? Maybe he'll grab you here, doesn't matter. The point being, you're not gonna have to clinch, you're not gonna be in this bear hug situation. So you wanna get your butt out and just keep going backwards. Okay? He's gonna keep pushing you. And you have to watch out for him grabbing your knee. So if the grappler grabs you, if you can get there in time, get your butt out if you get there in time. But if not, you jockey for position and get your butt out. And keep going backwards, being aware he's gonna try to grab your leg. If he does, you follow him as well. In this segment here, I'm going to show you once you've escaped from the clinch, what to do next. Okay, so like I said, we're caught now. We're escaping. Now, depending on where your hands are at, it's very important to determine whether you're going to punch, kick, or push away to get in position to strike. So right now, where I'm at here, I got to get this out the way, step back, maybe kick, or step back, maybe punch. It's very important. So once he's caught me, I escape, I keep going back, I put my hand there, I can punch or kick. But I think it's best to punch because if you kick, he may capture you. So you're right back in the same position again. So it's probably best for me and you to get out, escape, punch, or just escape. Okay? Once again, in full speed. So he's gonna grab me, he's gonna catch me. We're gonna work position. It's all with your hands, and you determine on what he's gonna do with his other hand to grab you. But basically, he's gonna try to grab your waist. It's gonna work from there. Now he's gonna go for his hands. So you follow his hands, and you go. Again, full speed. Keep in mind, in a fight situation, in the octagon, you're gonna be sweaty, so it makes it a lot easier for you. In this segment here, this is how I defend strikes against my opponent's guard, when I'm in his guard, okay? Typically, it's best that I use to put my left hand on his power hand, usually. Going on the simple fact that I know if he's a right-handed person, I'm putting my left hand on his right bicep and pushing it up and controlling it. And this side is usually the weak side. So if they want to strike here, I'm going to pretty much hold them in. But also, I'm going to keep myself close to him. So as you notice, no matter how strong he is, I have leverage on my side. So if he starts to strike with all his might, he can't. He's going to use a lot of muscle to try to hit me. I have leverage here. This hand here is just it's an irritant. No big deal really, but you control it lightly. So here we go in full motion, trying to hit me. Remember, keep yourself close to him as well. So here we go. There's no way he's gonna really hurt me. He may slip through occasionally, but if your head's down, no big deal. You can always grab it again. And here, the left hand is controlled, because everybody wants to use their power hand first. In this segment here, I'm gonna show you what I would do as a striker if I'm in my opponent's guard. Okay, my objective is just to basically beat down a striker, on a grappler person. So as I have position here, I'm aiming for the ribs or the head. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep myself low, strike with hooks, right hooks. Okay? Then when they protect this, I'm gonna go high. Same thing, just high, low, straight in, high. Now I won't do this in full speed because this is my trainer, the world's best trainer, the world's greatest trainer. But I'll show you again a little faster. I have control of him, he's gonna try to control me, but I have his weak hand on my strong hand. So I'm gonna move it, I'm gonna strike, but not going back, way back. You lose too much going way back. Just short punches. And if he blocks here, I go here, real quick. I draw him down here, he's gonna bring it down, I come up there real quick. All right? So the idea is low, high, high, low, but control his power hand still. In this segment here, I'm gonna show you how to defend the arm bar. This is how an arm bar typically looks. If my hand is over here, on the opposite of my opponent's side, my right side, and I cross his chest, he's gonna do this. And then I'm gonna fall over, and I'm gonna arm bar. That's what we're gonna defend here. We're gonna defend that. So what you wanna do is not put your hand across his chest. No matter what, if he pushes over there, be aware, pull it back down. Again, if he pushes over there, be aware of that. So if you see this position here, pull it back down. He pulls it back up, you keep pulling it down. Snatch it out of it, get it out of here quick. Just keep it here. Keep your arm down here by his thigh. Okay? So, he goes, then I pull, he cannot arm bar. He may try to go for it real quick, and you pull. You don't want to have yourself extended out, because if you extend it out, he gets you, and you're done. So remember, keep yourself low, keep your right hand on his either out or on his over here on his side, or your left hand, same thing. Keep everything down here. Control yourself, control your opponent's legs, because once you give him that space, you're gone. So remember, keep yourself here. Free yourself, use your arms to keep his thighs in here. Strike. But you go over here, and you got Frank Shamrock on you, you're dead. Okay, in this segment here, I'm going to show you if you get caught in the arm bar, as far as before he actually applies it to you, what you can do to escape it, or at least protect yourself. So once he goes through, you're here. What you got to do is, one, keep him down. Put all your weight on him, because if he extends himself, you let him extend yourself, you're in trouble. You're basically caught. So you want to extend yourself and have your legs spread, all your weight on his body. Then put your other arm underneath his head and kind of chainsaw your arm out. Once you get past this point here, your elbow past his crotch, you're okay. But if you're in here, you're stuck. So once you're down here, your arm is just to here. If he pulls you up still, you're okay. You're beyond that point. All right? So remember, keep your weight on him. Get your arm underneath his neck. Chainsaw your arm out as far as you can, as far as getting past the joint, then you're okay. In this segment here, I'm going to show you how to defend the triangle. This is how it looks and how it applies, how it's applied on you. You make sure, this is what happens. One arm is in, the other arm is down.
He comes in and he chokes you. Basically, this is it.
That's a triangle. That's what we don't want as fighters, especially strikers. So the way you defend it is like this. You keep your hands and your arms, mostly your arms, on his thigh. Because he needs to get around, and you keep both hands in. But preferably, I go more like this. Both hands here, so he can't hit me. Here, he can hit me. Okay? Not like this, better. But what's important, most is important, is that you keep your arms on his thighs so he can't get around you. Because if this happens, you're here. Okay? So what I do, like I said earlier, keep your hands here, keep yourself down, and keep your arms on his thighs. If one arm is in and the other arm gets lazy, he's going to go for it. He's going to get it here. You're going to get caught. Okay? It's real simple. Arms down here, or both. Be an obstruction. Okay? Be an obstruction of his legs. You see there? He can't get around. But if you hit like this, for some reason you try this, you try to make an escape, he's going to get you. In this segment here, we're going to cover how to get out of a triangle. Now keep in mind, if you're in a triangle, you have a little time, but not a lot of time. So what you want to do in this time is to relax and then move quick. So what I'm going to do, if he gets my arm over here and he puts me in a triangle, I'm going to keep my head up, put my head up, and step over his body. So here we go. We're in the triangle. Lift my head up, step over. But what's important is, like I said before, you have to relax, but you gotta move quick. Okay? One more time. They get it in, they cinched in. Put your head up. Make sure your head is up. If you don't put your head up, he's gonna grab it. And it's harder for you to win. Put your head up, step over. They get in position to strike or get away. In this segment here, we're gonna defend the reversal. And this is what it looks like when they apply it. What I wanna do is as he starts to apply it, he goes for it, I shift my weight forward real quick and grab his arm here or just his arm here with the one arm and push forward. So as he goes for it, again, he can't reverse me. And I'm gonna sprawl myself out. So now he has to readjust now. He has to readjust. One more time. I'm here, I go forward, and he has to readjust position to do whatever. But now I'm not reversed. I'm still on top, I'm still in control, I'm still in position. One more time, full speed. Keep my weight on him. Keep my legs spread. Because still, he can reverse you in time, but keep his legs outside of your legs. This is another reversal. He's gonna grab my left hand, scoot out, and scissor me. Once more. Grab my hand, push, scoot out, scissor me. My defense. We'll do it slow. He's gonna grab my hand, he's gonna push himself out. I'm gonna lift my right leg up, grab his calf, fall backwards. Ankle submission. Heel hook. Again. That's what you can do. Here it is in full speed. And when fighting a wrestler or a grappler, if they ever mount you, okay, and they're trying to punch you, it's one way to defend the punch is simple. Just buck. So whenever they try to punch me, buck. Again, buck. He can never really set to punch. So every time he tries to punch, buck. And then put your arm here again. He tries to punch again. If you don't buck him, you can still control his arm. But if you lose the arm, go high, buck. Okay? Remember, if you're in this position, you're not helpless. You're not defenseless. You can either buck, keep them forward, or put your arm there and buck it as well. In this segment here, I'm going to show you how to defend what they call the grapevine. Now, if a grappler mounts you and then spreads himself out this way, okay, what I do is just free my leg, take my foot on his heel, and lift and push down. You see his position? He starts to go this way. He goes with the pain. Then I reverse. Then I step away. Again. I'll do it slower. He gets me, he cinches in, I free my leg, which is gonna be kind of hard, so you keep trying though. And you take your foot, put it on his heel, and you push down, and he goes this way. You put your hand on his rib, and you grab his other hand. Over here, you really can't see it, but I'm hooking his hand, and I push over. Now you're in the position to strike or get away. In this segment here, I'm going to show you how to reverse a mount when being struck at. All right, so what happens is when you get mounted, they're going to try to strike you. You have two options. You can either one, make it move real quick, or two, eat a punch and reverse. Let's do the one real quick first. So he's on top of me, I get him, I just go ahead and get positioned, I grab his hands, and I bridge up this way. And I bridge really hard and high. Change position. Stay here and strike, or get away and strike. Or two, if you eat a punch, which you don't want to do really, but it happens, he throws a punch, you eat it, you bridge. But you don't want that one. That's only if you have no choice. So preferably, once he gets positioned on top of you, just grab him and bridge over. But like I said, some guys are hard to do. So you have to either punch or two to get the bridge. In this segment here, I'm going to show you what to do if a wrestler or grappler side mounts you. You have something to do, but what I do sometimes is just strike to irritate, and I throw elbows. So in this position here, I throw elbows. But you have to keep yourself away from him. Don't stay. If he gets high on you, you're not going to hit. Only thing you're going to hit is your tricep. You want to use the elbows. So keep yourself away and strike. You put your hand on his hips and push down, and then you strike. Okay? It's real simple. Don't let him get high on you, because then you can't do anything. Make sure if he's on you, you put your arm on his hip and push off, and then elbow. It's not going to really hurt him, but it's going to irritate him to make him move position. Once you're in the side mount position, this is a wrestler's most comfortable position. He's very good. He has good balance and good control. But at the same token, you have some options as well. So like I said before, I use my arm to push him off, but you also want to turn your hips into him and scoot your butt out. And then push and put yourself in. Now you have an option of either a closed guard or an open guard. Okay? So again, once they get on the side mount, you still keep them down. You strike in, keep them down. Take your hand, push up, and turn your hips in. Scoot your butt out, and then shoot your knee in. You see my knee's over here, and it's shot in real close. And then you have, like I said before, the option to do either closed guard or open guard. I prefer the open guard because I know that the closed guard only has certain limitations. I like open guard. So, once more. He's on me. I'm striking. He's worrying about this now. He forgets about his lower half. I get position. I push out, shoot in, and I'm here. Now his weight's off my body. Now I can breathe. It's real simple. I'm going to work for it here. Frank's going to represent a wrestler, so it's a little bit harder for me to get in position. But with constant pressure on him and me constantly moving, I will get there. So this is going to be a little bit longer. So here we go. See, if it doesn't work right away, you keep trying. Because if you get a little bit in and a little bit more in, eventually you will get there. It is hard. But remember, as the fight goes on, your opponent's getting tired too. So the first few minutes, it's going to be really hard. But as the fight progresses, you're going to get positioned easier. So remember, you keep working. Don't be discouraged if you're still moving in. Just sit down, relax, wait for position. Again, you wait for position. He's moving. My hand's here finally. I'm almost there. He adjusts, I adjust. Now I got it. Shoot it in. And I'm where I want to be now. In this segment here, I'm going to show you what to expect from a wrestler when he gets you to the ground. Well, what's important here that we've learned, or that I've learned through Frank's teaching, is that a wrestler typically has to set on you. So what we do is we move a lot. They set, we move. They can't do anything. We move, they try to set. We just keep moving. So if they get in the guard, then I work with that. But for the most part, when they catch me, okay, and I'm here, and he's gonna try to set in to get position, I'm gonna move. So you can't strike. You get ready to strike, I move. I'm always moving, changing direction. Moving. Keeping his legs away. Keep moving. It's very important. Because if he sets in, he's going to get positioned to strike me. Or put his weight on me. He may go out on the outside. And I'm back here again. I can get out of this, but it's a lot of work. I got to deal with his weight. So the best thing to do, if you notice, if I have my legs in, the guard, the open guard, I'll keep him down, I'll strike. All right? Keep moving. Because if I'm here, like I said, I'm in his punching range. His punching range is right here. He's gonna punch at me, I'm here. But if I move, I'm out of his range a little bit. He can still hit me, but not the same spot he was going for earlier. Change position, move. Strike. And maybe eventually you can get up. Some of you might wonder why I chose to quote the open guard opposed to what you're used to seeing, the closed guard. Me being a striker, I don't want to be here. So by being in an open guard, like I said earlier, the wrestler can not set on me. All right, I can move more here, and like I said, the important thing is to move. Also, when I move, I can change positions to put myself where I can, if I choose to, and the guy I'm fighting isn't as good as other fighters, I can put my knee into his face and just crunch him. You know, I can move a lot, just because in a closed guard you can't move. And I've proven before in previous fights that a closed guard is that you just take a beating. That's not what I want. I don't want to take a beating. I want to give a beating. So for me, the open guard, whether it's both legs or one leg, is better for me, so I can move. Now, some of you might have saw a fight with me and Coleman, and he was headbutting me and striking at me on my head. But my defense was really good after I got my conscience back. So what happens is, to prevent the headbutt, you do is put your hand over your face, like so, and he headbutts. It's not going to hurt you as nearly as bad as if you have no hand there at all. Okay? And then when he tries to strike, same thing. You put your hand there. The only thing you got to watch out for if his hands go really high up and you lose this. Then you have to adjust. Change position. Don't stay here. Always adjust stuff. Put yourself in different positions. If you stay here, you're sitting target, you're going to get hit. Like I said earlier, you move around, stay in position so you're not getting hit. But if he's here, you can elbow him. He will move. Or if he stays there, you just keep elbowing him. If he goes up, you strike again. He goes down, you elbow. Get in position, change position, strike here. Sometimes if he's here and you don't have any good position, just punch his head or his ear. He doesn't like it. Then you can change position, strike again, keep him down. It's important to keep moving, changing your position, because a stationary target is easy to hit. A moving target isn't. So you just move, strike, put him in position. Use your legs. If he changes his position of his leg, then you just trap him. If you watch the video, the fight with me and Mark, this here is a deterrent. He puts his leg down there, down, I leave him here. Now he can't move, he can't advance on me. And he's not gonna be able to strike at me because he's not in good position. So he has to worry about this down here before he can do anything else. I just keep him here. So he gets up, what Mark did was, he pulled back, he couldn't do anything. So I can strike. So he has to worry about this whole thing here now. This is just something to stall for time to prevent any more attack on you. And you can still strike. Draw time, strike, elbow, whatever you like. One thing that's important for a wrestler is to get the side mount. So if I have to fight a grappler or a wrestler in this position here in the open guard, and he tends to if he puts my foot down, he tries to escape to the side, I follow him. And I have him in a half guard now. And then, like I said, I'll trap him here, okay? Draw on time. Let him worry about this here. If he does other things, then eventually I will get back in the guard again. Striking again. If he goes to the other side, I follow him still. Don't let him get his other foot over. Because then they do the side mount, okay? We don't want that. We want to keep him in the half guard or the full guard. So if he gets one leg out, he's in a half guard, I stay here. Then I eventually get myself in the full guard again, open guard. One way or the other. One leg in, one leg out. If he goes to the side to escape, I trap him. I hold him here. Wait for a second, get in. So he's always working. And the wrestler doesn't have the condition of a striker if a striker's in great shape. The wrestlers work more on explosion. But how long can you explode? So I make him work, keep him moving. So we work. strike, guard. Controlling his hands. Controlling his arms. Something's happening somewhere all the time. Now he's stuck here again. He's always working. Always. You work. If you're in shape, he's in shape, make him work harder. If you're in great shape, it'll pay off in the end. Get back to your feet. Here's a position most wrestlers get in if you keep them in a closed guard. A lot of people do this, and the wrestlers tend to post up really high. Okay? What I do if this were to happen is I let myself slide in, and I put my feet in their hips. And what I'll do is I'll push off. Either one, I'll kick them, or two, I'll stand up and get away. So here's how it looks. If we go from here, a lot of times, like I said, in this position, the wrestlers tend to strike with their right hand and hit you. Okay? So you still have to protect yourself. But like I said, I won't stay here. I'll do this. Get in right here, push him off, wait a second, he may come back in, and I kick him. Or he'll go there, he'll go back, he'll wait a second, and I'll escape. So that I can get to my feet, and he comes in, and I'll kick him again. So again, if you're here for some reason, and then he goes up, and you fight a wrestler, you're worried he's gonna punch you. Just protect yourself, then let your legs slide in. Just take your time, they'll get there eventually. Push him off, wait a second till he charges in, you kick him, or if he stays back, stand up, let him come in, and kick him. That's what I would do as a striker.